So today we're going to look at 6 Trainer Gallery Pokemon cards that have not yet exploded in price, but have plenty of potential to do so. That way, as a collector or investor, you can keep an eye on these cards and decide whether or not they're worth picking up now before the price gets out of control. What's up everyone, and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Cody from Sellig's Pokemart. If you enjoy content like this and you'd like to support the channel, simply leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification. That way you're notified every time I upload new content. First up on the list, we have Eevee from Brilliant Stars Trainer Gallery. Now this one probably is not a surprise to many people, but it is still actually a pretty budget-friendly price for what we are looking at. Because this is Eevee, obviously. It is one of the mascots of Pokemon. Majority of the hobby have some kind of attachment to Eevee or one of the evolutions. This card is very deserving to be on this list, and it has seen a lot of growth here over the year. For the longest time, this card was sitting around $3, and it does not surprise me. This was something I always felt like would eventually explode in price, and we are now sitting at a little over $13 market price, and we are going to be keeping this consistent with near mint copies only. There's still plenty of copies on TCG Player to pick up this card. I think $13 is still a very fair price to pick this card up. I do believe that it has a lot of potential to continue to grow, so do not overlook this card at all. There are definitely a few trainer galleries that are great investments, and they are very high valued though right now as well, because they've already seen a lot of this explosive growth, like the Gengar or the Rayquaza VMAX trainer gallery card, which are just a few examples that have already seen explosive growth. We're going to try to keep these more budget oriented, more budget friendly. So we are looking at the Pikachu from the Lost Origin Trainer Gallery. The market price currently is sitting around $27, and it's actually declining slightly. So we are seeing a very minor retrace. It's not anything substantial, from $30 to about $27, nothing crazy. I don't expect the downcline to last very long on this retrace. Seriously, we're sitting at a card that was just under $5 a year ago. This is definitely something worth picking up. I've actually picked up a few of these over the years, already thinking that this was a very undervalued card in my opinion. It's Pikachu. Really cool artwork. It's a fan favorite of many, and it's the mascot of Pokemon. $5 was just way too cheap for this card, and now that Lost Origin has become absolutely ridiculous in price as far as sealed product goes, this card will not likely see much of a crash, because we're not going to be seeing a lot of product being opened up. So this is probably going to be one of the better opportunities to buy this card. I don't see this card declining very much. More likely, we're going to start seeing a retrace going back up. In my opinion, this is definitely a card you want to keep your eyes on before it does explode in price. Another card that was very undervalued, Snorlax, another fan favorite Pokemon of many people, again from the Lost Origin Trainer Gallery. Lost Origin really had a lot of cool Trainer Gallery cards in my opinion, and this is no exception. Again, this was one of those cards that was incredibly undervalued. We were sitting at below $2 a year ago, and since last year it has shot up in price pretty substantially. We sat at a high of just under $18, but we have retraced slightly to about $16, and wouldn't really expect this card to retrace too much further before it starts to head back up. This is another card I would suggest keeping an eye on before it becomes a little too pricey. This is a card that didn't get a lot of positive feedback. There were a lot of people that were on the edge about this black and gold style secret rare card from the trainer galleries. Everyone could have their opinions. I really think it was a pretty cool idea. Yes, it's very simplified, but I think it's a really cool looking card. And this is the Pikachu VMAX secret rare from, again, Lost Origin Trainer Gallery. Some of the trainer gallery cards in this set have already absolutely exploded, which is why I am not even covering them on this list. This is very cheap for a secret rare card. We're finally seeing this card over the year see the love that it deserved. It's peaked a little over $19 and retraced to a little over $17 now. This is another card that, even though it is slightly retracing, I do not see this card declining too much further, if it declines at all. It would not surprise me if we saw this card continuously climbing in value. In my opinion, at $17, this is a no-brainer to look at. Keep an eye on it. If you already have a few copies, great. If you don't have enough, if you want to grab more, this is still a very fair price to buy in at, and I would definitely recommend that it is worth the $17. What would be a list without a Charizard card? We're looking at another Lost Origin Trainer Gallery card. You see the pattern here. This set not only had a lot of great cards in the main set, but the Trainer Gallery was an absolute home run. This was another one of those cards that was very underrated. It was sitting at around $6 market price about a year ago, and then it has shot up to about a peak of $23, $24, and is slightly retraced, but now we're sitting slightly under $20 market price, and this is, again, this is a Charizard. This is a fan favorite Pokemon. Some would say a mascot of Pokemon. Realistically, I'm actually a little bit shocked that it's not exploded already, considering Gengar has already exploded in price and seems to be doing some crazy things lately. So this is definitely something to really keep your eyes on. At right around $19 to $20, I don't really see this card getting too much cheaper than this if it does. And it's already showing that it's retracing back up. So keep an eye on this card before it does become a little bit too expensive for some people. And the last one is a very underrated card in my opinion, and I picked it because not only is Milotic a beloved Pokemon by many, but this is a absolutely gorgeous artwork, and I do feel like this one is incredibly undervalued. The illustration is absolutely spot on. This is a gorgeous illustration, and this is the Milotic from Silver Tempest Trainer Gallery, which also did contain a lot of really cool Trainer Gallery cards as well. Just a year ago, this card was sitting under $1. For this beautiful artwork, you could have bought up hundreds of copies of these, and it wouldn't have even hurt the bank account. Over the year, though, people have caught on that this card was very undervalued, and it shot up to about a peak of $6, and then it's retraced back down, but it is climbing back up again, and we're sitting slightly under $6. So the market price is looking at $5.46. I think this is an amazing buy right now, in my opinion, maybe even one of the better of these buys, considering it's at such a low entry level price point. If you look hard enough, I'm sure you might even find some of these for under $5. At this price, I really do think this is a no-brainer. This card is worth buying sooner than later because I do not see it becoming much cheaper than this if it does. It has plenty of room for growth. It's at a very low price point. Beautiful artwork. Milotic is also a very beloved Pokemon. Definitely do not overlook this card. Now, if you didn't catch my last video, I would highly suggest checking it out because I'm giving away some Pokemon Mega Evolutions booster packs for free. So check out that video, follow the instructions, and get yourself entered for free. I would also like to note that for some upcoming pre-orders for our website, I'd like to start including promo codes here in the YouTube videos. My thought process is to hide them throughout the videos. That way, my loyal customers, loyal supporters, are the ones that are taking advantage of these codes first, rather than some flipper getting in there first, leaving the rest of my customers with nothing. So when we do start taking pre-orders on Phantasmal Flames, I'll be hiding a promo code in one of my videos. I'd like to just thank everyone that has supported us over the years, and anyone who has recently chosen to support us. Thank you so much. It really does mean the world. That's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you think about this list below. Do you agree with some of these? Do you disagree? I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all on the next one.